Good night, this is Fumi Sleepy Time Stories. Tonight's bedtime story is about to begin.
Once upon a time, a young hunter went into the forest to hunt. He was cheerful and light-hearted, whistling tunes through a leaf as he walked. Suddenly, he came across an old woman with a hideous appearance. She said to him, "Greetings, dear hunter. You look so happy and content, but I am hungry and thirsty. Won't you spare me a little something?" The kind-hearted hunter pitied her and reached into his pocket to give her some food. As he turned to leave, the old woman called after him, "Listen, dear hunter. In return for your kindness, I will give you a gift. Walk on until you reach a great tree. On that tree sit 9 birds, each holding a cloak in their claws. Aim your gun at the middle of the flock and fire. The cloak will fall, and 1 bird will be hit and drop as well. Pick up the cloak, it is a magic cloak. When you drape it over your shoulders and think of a place, you will be instantly transported there. You must also cut open the bird, swallow its heart whole. From that day on, you will find a gold coin under your pillow every morning." The hunter thanked the old wise woman, though he wondered whether her promises could be true. He continued walking, and sure enough, before he had gone 100 steps, he heard a great commotion above. Looking up, he saw a group of birds squabbling and tugging at a piece of cloth. "Incredible!" he exclaimed. Just as the old woman said, he took aim, fired into the midst of the birds, and they scattered in fright. One fell dead, and the cloak fluttered down with it. As instructed, the hunter opened the bird, swallowed its heart, and returned home with the cloak. The next morning, he lifted his pillow, and to his amazement, there lay a gleaming gold coin. Each day it happened again, until he had amassed a fortune. But he thought, "What use is gold if I never leave home? I must go out and see the world." So he bid farewell to his parents and set off with his cloak and rifle. One day, after passing through thick woods, he came upon a vast plain where a grand palace stood. At a window stood an old woman, and beside her, a stunningly beautiful girl. The old woman was a wicked witch, and she said to the girl, "A man is coming from the woods. He carries a treasure within him, and we must trick him out of it. My dear daughter, we deserve that treasure more than he. He has a bird's heart in his belly, which brings him gold every morning." She instructed the girl on how to act and threatened her, "If you don't obey me, you'll regret it." Meanwhile, the hunter gazed up at the maiden and said to himself, "I've traveled long enough. I'll rest a while in this fine palace. Besides, I have gold to spare." Truthfully, it was her beauty that drew him in. He entered the palace and was warmly welcomed. Soon he fell head over heels for the witch's daughter, doing whatever she asked. The old witch then said, "We must now take the bird's heart. Once it's gone, he'll feel nothing." She brewed a potion, poured it into a cup, and told her daughter to give it to him. "Drink this, dear one," the girl said, "for my sake." The hunter drank the potion and instantly vomited up the bird's heart. The girl secretly swallowed it, just as the witch had ordered. From then on, no gold appeared under the hunter's pillow, but gold shone under the girl's. Every morning, the old witch came to collect it. The young man, meanwhile, was too lovesick to notice and wished only to be near the girl. Then the old witch said, Now we must also steal the magic cloak." But the girl protested. "Let him keep it, he's already lost his riches." The witch grew furious. "That cloak is priceless." "I want it," she snarled. She devised another plan and forced her daughter to follow it. The girl stood by the window, gazing wistfully at the distance. "Why so sad?" the hunter asked. "Ah, my dear," she sighed. "Beyond lies a jewel mountain filled with radiant rubies. I long to see them, but only birds can reach it." "If that's all," said the hunter, "then your sorrow ends now." He pulled her beneath his cloak, wished to be at the mountain, and in a blink they were there. They gathered the finest gems, but soon the witch cast a sleep spell. Drowsy, the hunter lay down and rested his head in the girl's lap. Once he was sound asleep, she slipped the cloak from his shoulders, gathered the jewels, and wished herself home. Asterisk. When the hunter awoke, he found himself alone. "Alas," he sighed, "what a cruel trick." Lost on the mountaintop, he was despondent. This mountain belonged to wild giants, and soon 3 came stomping near. The hunter lay still, pretending to sleep. One giant kicked him and said, "What bug dares lie here?" "Squash it," said the second. "Ah, not worth it," said the third. "He won't last. If he climbs to the top, the clouds will carry him off." Once they were gone, the hunter remembered their words and climbed to the peak. A cloud drifted down, swept him up, and flew him far away, dropping him into a walled garden filled only with vegetables. Asterisk. Hungry and weary, he looked around. No fruit, just greens, but I suppose lettuce will do. He picked a large head and began to eat, but after a few bites, his body twisted and changed. He had become a donkey. As an ass, he found the lettuce delicious and kept eating. Then he nibbled on a different lettuce and changed back into a man. He slept and recovered his strength. The next morning, he picked one of each lettuce, the cursed and the blessed, then set off to find the deceitful maiden's palace. Disguising himself with soot until even his mother wouldn't know him, he asked to stay the night. "I'm the king's messenger," he said. "I was sent to find the tastiest lettuce on earth, and I've found it. But the sun may wilt it before I return." The greedy witch begged to taste it. "Very well," said the hunter. He gave her the cursed lettuce, and she eagerly cooked and ate it, only to turn into a donkey herself. Her maid did the same, and so did the maiden. The hunter led the 3 donkeys to a mill and arranged for them to be fed and beaten, except for the girl, whom he spared from beatings. Later his heart softened, and he brought the 2 donkeys back, fed them the blessed lettuce, and restored them to human form. The maiden fell at his feet, weeping. "Forgive me. It was my mother's doing. I always loved you. I'll return the cloak and even the bird's heart." But the hunter said, "Keep them. I'll marry you anyway." And they lived in harmony and happiness all their days. Asterisk.
The end.